Welcome.
To the joy of coding.
Hello and welcome to episode 44 of The Joy of Coding. The Joy of Coding 44. We're 44 episodes in and we're still hacking on Firefox Live. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining me. I think it's going to be a great day. Let's get down to business. All right. Here's my Check, 1, 2. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Whoops. I'm so sorry. My mic in OBS was not turned on. So for these first, I think for the first 5 minutes or so, I've probably been pretty quiet. I apologize. That's really embarrassing. I'm sorry. And I gave such good information. Hang on, let me see. Are the other sounds working? Yeah, that's important too. Sorry about that, folks. That's pretty disappointing. I hope a bunch of people didn't like turn off the stream at some point. Especially since I advertised on Twitter and Facebook and stuff that you can listen to my inane rambling. Okay, good. So someone in chat is reporting that it works. Hooray! What was I talking about? I'm gonna have to like chop the beginning of the video off before I upload it because it's pretty embarrassing that it's just silent for the first 5 minutes. So I even forgot to begin recording last week. So there was this like flub up where for the first I think 5 minutes or so I hadn't been recording. So we're missing the beginning of episode 43 in the archived recording. So I'm gonna get the system down one of these days. So I'm gonna summarize what I was just talking about. First thing, you can push to Moz Review with Git. You didn't have that ability before, and now you do, and there's a link to the agenda about it. Well, blam. Second thing, I learned that if you are pushing multiple heads, like if you use the single colon range selector with Mercurial between two revisions, say I've got like some commit numbers here, or if I'd put like revision IDs or commit IDs, what the single colon means, if I have the single colon there, the single colon means choose all commits that occurred between this point and this point, even if they've branched off. And that's, you can't, if you do that, if you attempt to push that to something like the Mercurial, like Moz review board backend thingy, it's not going to accept it because you can't push multiple heads to it. It doesn't like it. So what you want to do is use 2 colons, and 2 colons means instead of like pushing all of the commits between these endpoints, just push the commits exactly on like the path between these 2 endpoints and none of the stuff that branches off. And that's usually what you want. So 2 colons, and I didn't know that before, and now I know. And I'm sorry that I was so quiet before. Let's get down to business. This agenda thing, I want to point out, if you didn't hear it and this is the first time watching this, if you didn't hear it, you want to go scroll down. If you're watching this on Air Mozilla, scroll down and choose the additional links section and choose the agenda. That's this thing, and it's live. So as I update this, you'll get like the links and stuff that I'm putting in, which is pretty handy. You can follow along with my notes and stuff. Whew. So the other thing is, please rate this episode. Please let me know whether or not you like it when the first 5 minutes are completely silent. There's a link here in the agenda. There's also a link in the additional links section. I'll put it all over the place because I really, really want people to rate so I know what I can do better, what I need to improve on, what I can do more of, what I should do less of, etc., etc. Anyways, that's all talk. Let's get down to work. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? We are going to work on this bug, 1246115. This is interesting because I haven't actually started this bug at all. Like, I don't know anything about it really beyond just reading the bug, and I don't. Hang on. I think people were tweeting at me that I was too quiet. Yeah, too quiet. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know anything about this bug, and so we're going to be exploring it for the first time together. So let's check it out together. Bam. This isn't a web forgery. Never appears for web pages detected as a forgery. That's the bug. So here's the bug. We have this website that is like a safe way of testing the web page forgery infrastructure. So some kind of Neko or Gecko backend thing decides it will look at a page that you're viewing and say, oh, this page has been like identified as a likely forgery like, suppose we know that there's this phishing site that's attempting to get your bank passwords or something. We'll add the URL. I think this is how it works. The URL gets put on this list, and then if you go to that site, we'll tell you like, this site's been reported as a web forgery site, so be careful, be careful. And one of those sites, a safe one, is this itsatrap.org. And so this site will attempt to, yeah, I'm a naughty web page trying to steal your identity. What's interesting is that this site, I'm not actually getting warned. Why am I not getting warned? Huh. Hang on, let me try a new profile. I wonder if I've got... yeah, this is what you're supposed to see. And I must have like added an ignore of some kind. But this is definitely what you're supposed to see. And if you're not, if you believe that the site is not a web forgery, you're supposed to be able to have this option in the help menu that's under the hamburger or under the help menu that says like, this site reported as not web forgery. And that allows you to like argue that, oh, my site was erroneously added to the list of web forgery sites. Okay, so that's missing. It's gone. It doesn't work. So the first thing I want to do is determine why It's a Trap has been removed from. Like, have I accidentally turned off phishing protection? Phishing. Trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Allow domains, screen sharing. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. So I'm going to add a note for myself. Ribbit to do. How come to do? Find out why my default profile doesn't show me the big red warning page. So I used this this profile. I'm going to try my E10S profile as well. Good. Okay, so that one works properly. And so now we have to figure out why so there's that menu item that we're supposed to see. There's supposed to be this isn't a web forgery menu item, and it's not in the menu. And why not? And apparently, the person who reported this bug actually found the place where we're supposed to figure out the logic of when to show the phishing menu. A phishing page will have a specific about block content document URI. Right. So the current URI of a remote browser is sent up, and it might not. So, okay. When we go to one of these special pages, these It's a Trap pages, like this, even though the page, the URL says itsatrap.org, it's a trap, this page is actually called about, like under the hood. If you look at the URL, like suppose I open up the web console here and I look at the location, sorry, not the location, document URI. The document URI is actually about : blocked, and then this big like get parameter thing. So like a whole bunch of get params appended to the end of that URL. And this document URI I don't think is what's being sent up to be the current URI for remote browsers. So gbrowser current URI, let's take a look at how that's defined. I'm guessing it's just like a current URI. It's a proxy to the current browser's current URI. Let's check it out. Current URI. Yeah, it just returns the current browser's current URI. And if we look at remote browsers, which are what like an E10S out of process browser has. Because like oh, you know what? This is broken for both E10S and non-E10S. That's interesting. So something about current URI is busted in both places, which is interesting. Current URI. So maybe it's not here. Maybe it's in browser.xml, which remote browser inherits from current URI. So we'll get the web navigation's current URI, and for E10S, the remote web navigation is what that refers to. Current URI will be set by what? The current URI will be set by, using DXR, it's set inside remote web navigation. Sorry, not remote web navigation, remote web progress, whenever we see that the set current URI. When does that get called? Web progress, set current URI. Set current URI. Content restore. It's called there. It's called here in underscore set URI. Used by session restore to ensure the current URI is set so that switch to tab works before the tab is fully restored. So many kludges. So when does the current URI get set? I thought it was like remote web progress did this funny thing where it will like get a handle on the navigation, remote web nav, and then yeah, set the current URI here. So what calls this? Set remote web progress. Is nothing? Oh, it might be the doc shell might. Well, one way I could figure this out is by actually setting a breakpoint here inside set current URI in remote web progress. So let's do that. Let us go to the browser content toolbox, or sorry, browser toolbox. Let's set a breakpoint where I believe the stuff's being set. And that I think is in remote web progress set current URI. Bam. Okay, so now let's go to this page again. Or reload the page. Do I not? Maybe I'll have to like. Do I not hit it? I don't hit it. Okay, so that's not the path. That's not the path that we're expecting. In remote web navigation, current URI. So current URI, we make it into about blank to begin with. I think this dot current URI dot spec is about blank, and the call stack is nothing. So something in like native world is setting the current URI, and now we have to do it again. Although this time the current URI is that. So something overwrote current URI. I don't know what it is. What overwrote current URI? So I should be looking at like other things that overwrite current URI. Ah, wait, no. That's what I thought it was, but it's not. This is the only thing that overwrites current URI. Well, one thing I can do, luckily I know how to set a trap. So I'm going to set a trap to figure out what sets underscore current URI in remote web navigation. That's my plan. So the way I set a trap is I will make this a getter or a setter. I'll put a setter on set current URI and then val, and then put a debugger in here, and then put 2 underscores, get current URI return underscore current URI. It should be this, and this dot underscore current URI equals val, return val. And that, I think, will do it. And that will basically be some trickery to see if we can figure out what sets the mock build faster. Let's see if we can figure out what sets that property. Okay. So remote web navigation. Doesn't exist. Is there no such thing as a remote? I'm surprised the browser works. I coded this wrong. On line 106, I'm missing, I'm missing a comma. That's the problem. Okay, so quit. Alright, so it's a trap. I probably should have turned on my browser toolbox before I did that. I also should have had just dump the stack. I don't know why I have to wait for my debugger to attach. That's probably not the smartest thing, but hindsight. Web navigation. So current URI. The set current URI. Bam! We'll do it right there. Open a new tab. Boom! Set current URI is here whenever we first create it as about underscore blank. And then again, it's being set to this value, val. Wait, what? Sorry, wrong scope. Val.spec is about blank. And then again, val.spec. It's a trap, and that's being called by receive message. Right here. Why didn't I get this? So in content location change. Content location change. Why didn't I get this before? Why didn't current URI show up in that in my DXR search? Where am I? I am in remote web progress. Maybe I just missed it. Remote web progress. No, for some reason it's not listing it. Receive message. It's right here. Underscore current URI. What's your problem? Why didn't it find it? Well, there it is. That's what I was looking for. And the location that's being set up is being sent by content location change. Whoop. Content location change is sent here from browser child, and the stuff that's going up is the document URI is being set here. The location is being set here. So what's happening with the document URI? I think that's the part that we actually want, is the document URI. And document URI. The browser's underscore document URI is being set to the thing that we actually want. So what is underscore document URI? That's a thing on browser. Turn the content document. So on the remote browser, that will actually be a thing that we want. Okay, so you know what we might want to do? So I'm going to undo all the stuff in here. I'm just going to, yeah, that's all undone. But the safe browsing stuff that we were looking at to begin with, here, the way it's looking at the current URI, we might want to make it, like, that may have worked in the past, but I think it's actually broken now. Like, blame. I think I broke it. Or this may have broken it, where instead of using the current URI, get browser, current URI, hang on a second. Annotate current URI and then go into the parent. I gotta follow this along. Parent. Is phishing page URL. Used to get the. So I think this is the problem. This is what introduced the issue. And that was my patch. Yeah, I used to get the document URI, and instead I switched it to using the current URI, and I should have used the document URI in the G browser. So this has been broken for a while. This is my fault. And I caused a regression. So what this says to me is that we don't have any tests for this, and we should have some tests for this, because we should have caught this. This should never have shipped. So one thing I can do is, well, first of all, let's fix the issue. Let's fix it, and then we'll write a test for it, and then we'll see how much time we got left. So the fix, I think, is to change from using current URI to document URI. So instead of current URI, document URI. And that should be hunky-dory. So let's rebuild. I love me a one-liner fix. All right, let's do this. Okay, so now report web forgery is disabled. I thought I was supposed to be able to say, like, so something's happening. We've disabled report web forgery. Oh, there's this other part down here. Is phishing page. Okay, so it's a little more complicated than that. Doc URI equals that, and then if we say doc URI and doc URI.spec starts with that, I'm gonna break that up a little, and then URI, I'm gonna say let URI equals G browser current URI. Not phishing page. Okay. So there are two menu items here. And you know what? I wonder if maybe I should have. Yeah, I should probably. I think this will take care of it. So I was using the wrong kind of URIs before. There's a document URI, and then there's the URI. I don't know why. I think, like, the about block thing is sort of like the under the hood URL, URI. URL, it's kind of the same difference, at least in this context. And the current URI is the one that's like what's being displayed in the URL bar. So that's not working as I thought it would. So again, I'm going to open up my toolbox to debug. Browser safe, browsing. There we go. Okay, so document URI. Is it a phishing page? Is phishing page undefined? Why? Doc URI is undefined. Gbrowser document URI is undefined, and then the whole thing crashes. Grrr, Gbrowser current selected browser document URI. That's probably why. And that the browser probably went down because of DevTools. DevTools are great except when they crash you. I don't know why it brought the whole browser down. Whoops, it's a trap. So again, not what I expected. Gbrowser selected browser document URI dot spec. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, it's about blank as opposed to about. So maybe I've fixed it for the non-ETNS case. I haven't. Gbrowser. Document selected browser document URI spec. Malware blocked. Why am I looking for phishing blocked only? Malware blocked. So forgery. CRI starting phishing blocked. What? It's an attack. Maybe I'm going to the wrong page. Hold on. It's a trap. It's a trap, not it's an attack. That's why. It's a reported web forgery. Slightly different page. This isn't a web forgery. Okay, so we fixed it for the non-ETNS case. Have we fixed it for the ETNS case? I don't know anymore. Hold on. So confusing. So many different variations. It's a trap. It's a trap. Yeah, I haven't fixed it for the non-ETNS case, for the ETNS case, but I fixed it for the non-ETNS case. So that's good. So, okay. First things first, I needed to check the document URI and not the current URI of the selected browser to check for about blocked and the phishing blocked bits. The problem now, so that's fixed the non-ETNS case. The problem right now is that for the ETNS case, the document URI is about blank and not about blocked. What the F? So to do, I mean, why is that? Not in bold, that's obnoxious. So why is that? Whenever the um, whenever we change the page to about blocked under the hood, I wonder if the parent is not hearing about that. Do we even like send a message about blocked? So like Marionette, view source, about blocked. Where would it be? Starts with path, and I think it would be under doc shell and blocked. Probably. So like append, we want to like about and then error page. So we like do this thing, load error page in the doc shell. And then do we like fire some kind of event? We do an internal load. And does that end up causing an event to fire? Check load policy, and then target doc shell, and transfer the load to the target doc shell. Load normal external. No. This is like load error. Load error page. Do not clear. Error pages are load background. Should update. Fire dummy on location change. Aha. Fire on location says the browser address bar gets updated, but we don't do that if we're loading the error page. Set document URI. I wonder if there's some kind of like event that gets fired here. Set document URI. Is there any way for us to know? Set document URI. Change docs, change the base URI. We need to refresh the refs of all links on the page. So we're saying set the document's original URI. No, it doesn't look like we send any kind of event when. But we do add a visit. It doesn't set the title for New York Global History, so do that here. Add URI visit. So we do some kind of, I think we do some kind of visit here. Jump to definition of visit. Add a history visit. If we visit, if we're in the content process, what do? We do a visit, send visit content protocol. We say send visit URI. Send visit URI. So who receives visit URI? We say visit the URI in history. Okay, so in the parent then we'll re-enter this, and then we'll try to add the URI to history. Error. There's nothing here but like load error. No. Visit URI. Error pages should never be auto-completed. So I wonder if we set our debugger here. Let's use Xcode and add a debugger breakpoint here in the parent. See what we get with these flags and whatnot. Xcode running it. Oh, seriously? Okay. Trying to remember my password. Big password. Installing a bunch of components. This is probably boring. Ah. Come on, come on. All right. Fixed. Installed. Let's do this.
I can't do my work.
Come on, Xcode, where are you? Come on. Seriously, like, are you... Do I have to, like... Oh, it's there. It's just... There's no workspace. There we go. That's what I needed.
Oh, yeah.
So now, I'm going to start up the browser again. And I just started up Nightly. And so Nightly is going to be this one, the smaller one, 86809. 86809, that's the process number. Gonna attach. Apparently I need to do this now for Xcode. Okay, I'm attached. Great. Now I'm going to set a breakpoint in history visit URI. Boom. So now I'm going to reload this. No, I'm going to go to this page, but okay, no, I don't care about this particular breakpoint. What? Okay, so that did not work. I'm going to disable this breakpoint. That's not break. Disable 5. So that did not help. What about if I break in the content process? I'll need the younger one here, 86812. Okay. Same place. Break in the same place. So nothing. We don't go there. All right. Well, how about break ns-doc shell load error page? There we go. Load error page. Skip a whole bunch of stuff. So we get the stuff. if we figure out which URI we want to go to, escape a bunch of stuff, we basically create the URI that we want to go to, and then we're going to go into this internal load. So I'm going to break at doc shell internal load. And we've got load error page as one of the flags here. Okay, so now we're doing internal load. Whoop, I don't care what's happening here. Okay, we have a doc shell. We have a request. We have a URI. I don't know why we're back out here. We're not JavaScript, so at some point we're going to go down to here, this choice. What are we going to do there? Nope, skipped over it. How about in here? Nope, skipped over it. There's a bunch of like policy checks, and then resolve the window target before going even further. I'll bet we get here. And then do we enter it or do we not? Where do we go? Oh, we didn't enter this block. We're probably down here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so internal load, there, there, there. Okay, we're not being destroyed. Ensure state, check permissions, we didn't fail. Have we fired an unload event? No. No sandbox thing there. Verify. Oh, what's happening now? Do some kind of release. Load normal. Okay. We are not doing a load normal. I have a feeling we're going to skip this stuff. We're not loading normally. This is an error page, yo. Oh, we do enter it. What's the load type? PA load type. Optimized out. Okay, split the URI up, the hash. What's happening? What's happening? To short-circuited load. A short-circuited load happens when we navigate between two SH entries for the same document. We're navigating between two SH entries to share a document. We're navigating to a new SH entry whose URI differs from the current URI only in its hash. The new hash is non-empty, and therefore we're not doing a post. All right. Did we succeed? Do we load about? Okay. I think we succeed in loading about blocked in the content process. Permit unload. Unload accepted. The page is unloading. The old page, I guess. What? I thought we were loading an error page. What is PM load type? 1. What is load error page? Load error page is instead docshell triggers load self and consumer triggered load fails. Load command normal. Load flags error page. Make load type. What is make load type? So you take the type, or it by the flags, and then shift it by 16. Wow, that's obtuse. Okay, so we do load command normal, and then these flags, but you shift it by 16. Load flags error page. So whenever load URI. I don't think we're loading an error page anymore. Like, I think we might be past this. What's the URI? PAURI. This is typical. Here we go, load error page again. Blocked. Okay. Oh, we were in the first load. So now here we are. PAURI, where we probably got some better load flags. PA load type. But there it is, and I'll bet you we're going to do a whole bunch of different things now. Like, where's this load normal business? I'll bet we don't enter here. Or maybe we do, but somehow I suspect we don't. Yeah. What's going to happen? Do we enter? Nope. And do we find out whether or not we should load it? Do we flip remoteness? PRV. RV. Why can you not just show me the value? RV is okay. So we are allowed to P should load. Oh, so we flip remoteness. If and not should load URI. If succeeded and not should load, should. So why didn't we go into here? Should load was false. Oh, it was true now. P should load is now 1. So I have a feeling I had accessed it at the wrong time. Whatever. So we can load about blocked. This is the problem of attempting to debug like opt builds. Okay. Hey, we're not loading an error page? Are you sure? Oh, right. We don't enter here. Of course. That's right. That's right. That makes sense. And then we do a URI load. Now, what does do URI load? We're down in docshell land, which, holy smokes. Load flags. If we're load error page, then we load background. What do we do? Do we... notify observers. Requesting notice, sandboxed. Should inherit principal. Inherit. We create channel. That's view source. Application cache channel. Original URI. Mixed content. Hack. Post data. I need to know like error page. Or load, if not any of these things, we don't update global history. Do we ever add a URI visit? That's what I want to know. Or on location change needed. That's a good question. What do we do down here? There's a bunch of nonsense up here that hopefully I don't need to really understand, but... Oh. Wait, what? Where am I? Where am I? What is this code? Where am I in right now? On new URI. Shoot! Gah! On new URI. Who calls that? On new URI is in create content viewer. Error on location change. Failed. Equal URI. Date. So circuitous. If the load's normal. If it's a post request, no. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to set a breakpoint there, and then we're going to do this again. Ooh. URI spec. That's the actual URI. But what about the about load type? So this is what we actually tell the parent that we've gone to. I see. And then here again, simple nested URI, scheme, about, path blocked. Okay. And then is on location change needed? P on location change needed? Have no idea. It's been optimized out. But we can see whenever we go back to the caller on loading site. On location change needed. No, it does not. Fire on location. Location is not changed. Shoot. Shoot. How do we detect whenever we hit an error page? I might have to ask for help here. This is tricky stuff. I think under the hood, the doc shell loads this other page. We don't add it anywhere. Load error page. Is there any documentation about load error page that I can read? Sure. Not a whole lot. Failed URI. Set and load error from that and use later and create. We have to delay an S history entry creation for which these objects are needed. Session history. I feel like session history was supposed to get something. SH entry. NS. CPP. Entry. Like. Session history entry. Create. Let me set a breakpoint here in the content process. So I'm going to disable a bunch of my breakpoints that I've added. Set a breakpoint there. We're going to try the experiment again. Don't need that breakpoint anymore. How do I... There's a way, I think, of just turning off all my breakpoints up here. Yeah. Turn them all off. Turn them off. Okay. Going to... It's a trap. We do the internal load. Now we're loading an error page. Now we're doing an internal load again of the error page. Now we're creating an SH entry. Okay, this is interesting. And the URI is it's a trap page. Shoot. We're creating an SH entry for the wrong thing. And that makes sense. There's not a whole lot of reason. There's not a whole lot of reason for keeping the old thing around. But I wonder if, like, the add to the session history, set original URI, like content viewer, error on location change needed. Failed URI. Okay. We have a failed URI. We create one. Error. And there's this. I'll bet we don't enter that. Oh. Hey, on location change. With the failed channel and failed URI. But did we even enter it? Where am I? Doc shell. Fire on location change. Where is that? Fire on location change. Maybe it's not namespace there. Maybe it's this weird global. Yep. Doc loader. Load type. Load type. I'm gonna try this thing again. Fire on location change. And then Fire on location change again. The URI is null. Then we're loading a URI. Then we're loading the error page. We're adding to the session history. Create the content viewer. We fire on location change again. And that's when we get these flags. Fire on location change. The flags has 2 in it. And what does that 2 mean? Location change error page. What is that? Wonder. So this flag is on when web progress redirected from the requested cons to an internal page to show error status, which is about net error. That's good. AURI and A request the original data. DOM is also the original location, while document URI is the redirected location. Sometimes AURI is about blank, and A request is null, and the original data does not remain. Web progress does not set this flag when it did not try to load a new document. In this case, it should set location change same document. So, in theory, we should be actually getting... Okay, I'm going to detach. We should actually be getting a... Whoops, I shut down the browser. We should be getting an on-location change in the child. That's interesting. It's a trap. Okay, so that's the page we want to go to. I'm going to open up the content toolbox. And then we're going to look at the browser child script that sets the on location change, that hears about on location change and hears about these flags. So, did I even... Hello? Nothing? Services is not defined. I've got all those weird patches. Hold up. I've got a bunch of weird patches probably left over from a bunch of experimentation work I've been doing. I should probably shelve that. That probably has not been helping things. Where am I right now? Got these fiddlings. Shelve. Update FX team. Unshelve and then rebuild.
What happened?
It's a good question. I have a feeling I'm narrowing in on the solution. There we go. All right. Good, so we hit that properly. And now I'm going to go back to the it's a trap. So it's a trap, that's one. So we just hit it once. Interesting. Why am I not hitting the on location change again? It's weird. Flags is 2. What is the content document URI at this point? I would expect that to be what we saw earlier, which is the content document URI spec. Yeah, that's or document URI. That's what I expect. That's good. So then, do we send that up? Content look document URI object.spec document URI object. Yep, that looks right. So JSON.document URI is that. That's good. So I'm going to open up the browser toolbox. And now the other side of things is the remote web progress, web progress, on location change. So we should be receiving a message soon. The parent, which we do, and the data that we got is what? JSON dot document URI. Yes, that's what we wanted. Good. So now gbrowser dot selected browser document URI dot spec is about blocked. So now we should be cooking, should we not? Like, this isn't a web forgery, right? And this is a need-to-nest window. So this works in the original tab, but not in new tabs. What? What? Can I confirm that? That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. It's a trap. If I go there, like if I press enter and go there, but if I have to like press enter. That's so weird. Okay, so we've got this like, if I'm linked to, let's suppose I click on a link. I'm going to modify this link to send me to, instead of this cabbies thing, I'm going to send me to this attack. It's a trap. So when I click there, oh, come on. Just give me a plain old link. Sure. It's a trap. Good. Okay, well that works. It's whenever I put it in the URL bar and press enter for the first time. That's when it doesn't work. And I wonder if that's because we switch remoteness. Like, suppose this is a remote page. Home. And then I go here. No, still nothing. Interesting. Okay. The document is now. Why is that? Actually, so so this is more mysterious. It looks like when I'm linked to an attack page, the on location change is fired properly, and I hear about the about blocked page, and so I do the right thing in the menu. It's when I like if I go anywhere and then I go to it's a trap. It's when I just enter the it's a trap page into the URL bar, regardless of whether or not it's in a remote or non-remote tab browser, that we don't hear about on location change. What the fuck? Sorry for my cursing. Sorry. Didn't mean to curse. There might be kids watching. Well, let's check. I assume, I thought, I was certain that we would hear about on location change anytime. Like, I go to some site and I type this, I get an on location change. I get one. The problem is that the JSON that I get back has about blank for the document URI. Interesting. Content toolbox. Child.js. On location change. Here's my breakpoint. I should be hitting, like, what else fired that? I've got this message here. Content location change. Did something else fire that? Send. No, there's nothing else that fires that. What is going on? I have to assume, unless once again I'm being lied to by DXR, that, well, hold on, isn't, let's say I set a breakpoint here. Is the web progress listener hooked up in time? That's an interesting question. Of course it must be. That's the only way I would have gotten the information. I received the message. A message. A message came in. On location change. The target frame loader. All this business. It was not a sync message. And what the dealio? The document URI was about blank. It's almost like I only get the... but I do get flags as 2. Document URI is about blank. Okay. Time to do a little printf debugging. Because things are getting a little hairy. I'm starting to lose track of what's real and what's not. Browser child. Dump. Initializing web progress listener in child. And then on progress change, on location change, dump. Child saw on location change. Document URI is content document URI object dot spec. Okay. Shut you down. What in tarnation is happening here? It sees a doc. Okay, that's interesting. And then if I hit enter, it sees an on location change, and that's when it sees that the document URI is not about blank when I press enter. However, when I go there the first time, it sees just the single on location change where the document URI is about blank. Why is that? I wonder if it's because the doc shell doesn't fire the second on location change. Fire on location change. Set current URI determines whether or not we fire a location change. At least there. We need to call fire on location change so that the browser's address bar gets updated and the back button is enabled. Only need to. So if the document's URI changed. Error on location change needed. That's whenever we create the content viewer. Maybe the content viewer isn't being created for some reason. Okay, let's do more printf debugging. Or wait. No, I can do this with my debugger. I'm determined to use this tool. Okay, so the nightly I want to connect to is a small one, 87598. Oh wait, no, I want to connect to the content process. That's very small here, 87600. I am determined to figure this out. We will figure this out by Grabthar's hammer. That's a little reference there for you. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Whoops. I want to set a breakpoint here in the create content viewer. What? Break B breakpoint. I don't know why that didn't work the first time. Okay, so copy, enter. We create a content viewer. Now we're gonna go down here. We are loading an error page. Sure, we have a URI to set the current URI. Okay. Now here's where I'm interested in. The first time did we fire on location change there? Just now? Maybe yes, but maybe it was too early. Doc shall load error page. I assume that that already happened. And hang on, fire on location change. Okay. Okay, so let's do that experiment again. New tab, press enter. We are in fire on location change. So we should see something happen in here now where we fire it. Fire. Oh my goodness, come on. Just fire it. Oh, it's notifying all sorts of listeners. Notifying. Okay. Now we've initialized the web progress listener and the child. So maybe we were too late. Well, now we're creating the content viewer. Loading the error page. And we are firing on location change again. Document URI is about blank. Fire on location change. What happened to load error page? Did we not enter load error page? Where's load error page? When do we get into load error page? Do we not do that part? Here, now we're in load error page. Okay. So somewhere in here we set the document URI. Set document URI. Fire the location change. Fire it again. I think the problem is that the location change is coming too early, and that the document URI has not been set yet. Now I don't remember set document URI. When does that happen? I should probably set document URI. What's the NS document set doc URI? That's what I'm gonna break on now. Oops, whoopsie daisy. Break. Okay, so let's try this again. Nope. Need to go back, forward. It's a trap. We're setting the document URI to inner URI is this scheme of Moz safe about path blank. So we start off with about blank. And now where are we? We're creating the about blank content viewer. Now we fire on location change. I'm going to get out of here in a sec. Fire on location change a few times. Now we're loading the error page. And what's happened over here? We've initialized the web progress listener. So now we're loading the error page. We're creating the content viewer. We're setting the document URI now to be blocked. If this is the first time we're setting the document URI, we do something different. Interesting. Original URI. As document original URI. Will you let me examine it? No. And the AURI now is no. But before we'd seen it, so I thought that the document do content and now we're firing the location change. But the document URI is about blank. What? Is it because there's something different about document URI versus the document URI object? Like browser child, if I remember correctly, is looking at the document URI object.spec. When is that? Like document URI object. Document URI object. If Chrome XHR doc URI, Chrome XHR doc URI, set. When does this happen? The Chrome X. What even is this? XHR doc URI? I wonder if we're doing this wrong. Maybe what we're supposed to be doing is and content document document object document URI object spec and document URI is content document URI, because that's a thing, right? Document URI. Right, and maybe it's updated differently. Oh my goodness. Okay, detach. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true. We're going to find out. Shut down, shut down, shut down. Okay. if this is it, we got ourselves a patch and a very interesting story, the difference between document URI and document URI object. Oh, no, it's different. Shoot. And yet, I'm reasonably certain that in NSDocShell or NSDocument, set document URI is there a way? I'm going to print this stuff out. Spec. There's a way to get the spec. Get spec. Okay. Set document URI. Print F NSDocument set document URI and then URI. I think I can just do that. Auto C string. I have to do that. And then get document URI. Come on. Temp, get document URI, temp. Here, if mdocument URI. I'm just repeating myself. Get spec URI, get document URI. Is that going to work? Does it like it? I don't know if that .get is right. We're going to find out. This is some weird DocShell stuff. Lock build binaries. It might not like those .gets. That might be wrong. I was guessing. In fact, while I'm waiting for it to build, as auto C string. It seems to be okay with it, but returns the null terminated string. That's right. And as auto C string is the same thing. So I think I did the right thing with the .get. We are slightly over time, but I really want to solve this mystery. Okay. Set document URI about blocked. Get document URI about blank. Get document URI about blank. So it's set. This is interesting. Here, let me do this again. That was too much information there. Boom, 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 boom. Go to page. Okay. Initializing the web progress in the child. We set the document URI to be the blocked page, but then when we're getting it, it's about blank. And then when we see the on location change, the document URI is about blank. And then later, getting document URI is all these other things. So two things could be happening here. One, I'm referring to two different objects. Or two, document URI is not behaving the way I expect. Set document URI. How does that work? It's supposed to be setting document URI. Try to make immutable. I'm going to say document set URI start, and then do it again down here with whatever document URI ends up being. Document URI start end. Okay. Gonna solve this. We're gonna solve this, people. Believe. Believe. If anyone in chat has an idea of what's going on, please let me know. I'm curious. I'm interested in hearing from you. While I'm waiting for that, I was waiting for some other stuff to come in. Did it come in? Hooray, it did. And tsvgx opt. Okay, that's good. That's good, good, good. And then what's the other thing I was waiting on? This stuff. It's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Not what I wanted. And this. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Okay. Anywho. Okay. Get out the way. So here we go. Start, and when we end, about blocked is what we expect, but then when we get the document URI, it's about blank. So we must be referring to different things. We must have created a different content viewer, and we're referring to the different things. That's the only thing I can think of, is that the document URI is being set, but it's on a different thing. A different content viewer is being created. Create content viewer. Okay. Like, I guess one way of double checking that is to add just a little bit more to my logging. And that's the memory address. So I'll add this and this document. Get document URI. And then this. It is getting warm in this room. It's quite warm. Doing all this building. Whew. Oh, come on. This other thing I was doing is I was looking at this talus regression, and it looks like a thing I got rid of, like, seems to make things better. E10S. T SVGX 240, 94, 241, 244, 242, 242, 241, 241. More comparisons. TSVGX. Opt. Slight increase here, maybe. 22, 20. Alright, anywho. Okay. Close all other tabs. So we get the document URI and it's about blank. Then here we set the document URI on some document and it is F9000. And then we back to the original one, we are looking at it and it's about blank again. That's what we see the location change on. And then later on we get the document URI on the new thing. So we're looking at the wrong document. A different document's getting loaded. And a new content viewer is getting created. A document's kind of getting swapped in. And so by the time we get at content, the location change, even though we've created this thing, we're looking at the wrong document. Now, maybe what we should be doing is, like, what's this fire on location change? How does that work? Do we fire on location change? We don't pass the document itself. Create content viewer. Create content viewer. Who calls that? Create content viewer. Document content listener. Do content in the URI content listener. So maybe again it's too early. Like one hacky thing we could do, super hacky, and I wouldn't be happy about it, is that if we detect here that we have the error flags, then we do all of this stuff in a set timeout. That'd be bad. Location change, URI, the flags. Is there anything else that happens? Maybe the status changes. The security would change. Refresh attempted. It's the state change. Fire on state change. I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing, and I'm gonna call this episode. We've gotten into some really interesting stuff here, and it's going to require probably a little more analysis. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to log each of these on progress change 64, then on progress change because maybe one of these gets fired at the right time. State change on state change. Location change, status change. Security change. Now, are there any others that I missed that we might not be implementing here? On status change, for example, is a web progress listener. Security, status, location, progress, state. And that's it. All right. Don't need to build binaries, need to build faster. Hey, on state change, the document URI object is right. Hold up. Okay. So the URI is set eventually to blocked. Then location change sees about blank, security sees about blank, progress sees about blank, state change sees about blank, and then state change sees about blocked. Interesting. So one thing we could do is change, like send up the document URI in state change as well. If, like, we could do something like this, where ba-boom, and then in the remote web progress, I don't know if this is the right solution, but it might be. I'll need to talk to maybe Smog to get a sense of whether or not I'm making the right call here. But on state change, is top level. If is top level. Like, I could do something like that. So that might do the trick. I just don't know if it's the right call. And then we'll see. And I'm going to talk to Smog, and I'll get back to you. Hey, there it is. And in the non-ETNS window, same thing. And if I go to some normal page, I can say that it's reporting it. And if I go back, this isn't a web forgery. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we've got the behavior we want. I'm just not confident about the solution. I'm just going to write down my findings here. It looks like the NS document that gets about blocked blah 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 set on it as its document URI is not the same one that we see when we look at content document in the on location change handler. Note that on state change is fired a bit afterwards, and this one hears about, and this one will hear about the document URI for the right thing. So we could technically send the document URI up here and update the parent browser. This works, but I'm not sure it's the right call. Okay, so I'm going to look into that. If you're interested in following along, I'll be doing that work in bug 1246115. Come join me. It's going to be great. I'm glad we sort of more or less figured out what was going on there. That ended up being more difficult than I thought it would be. Going back to the agenda, where did we get to? We got about this far. So that's not exactly as far as I wanted to get. I was hoping to get down to here somewhere. But that's okay. No plan survives breakfast. Hey, did you know that you can subscribe to The Joy of Coding and other live hacking stuff that goes on Air Mozilla? Surprise! You can use iTunes, Kodi, whatever you want. If it's got some kind of RSS feed reader thing, you can subscribe. So there's a link here that I highly recommend you drop into your feed viewer thing. Also, if you're in the Mozilla community and you're interested in doing live hacking, come talk to myself or Richard in the #live hacking channel on irc.mozilla.org. We want to talk to you. We want to help you set up a show so you can show people what you do, no matter what it is that you do at Mozilla. We think it'd be fascinating to show people what that is. Also, please rate this episode. Please let me know what things work, what things don't. Maybe you liked it when you couldn't hear me. Maybe that's exactly what you were looking for. I doubt it, but who knows? Let me know, and I'll try and make this series better for you with the information you give me. And on that note, I think I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for watching episode 44 of The Joy of Coding. My name is Mike Connolly. Thanks for being here. I will see you next week. Bye. Nope. Nope. Hopefully that wasn't as distorted for you as it was for me. Take care. Bye-bye.